Hey, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Little update for you. We have made some changes here in the shop. We've got jobs lined up for April. I'm going to say lined up. Now, I'm not going to say they are confirmed and it's going to happen, because we all know how that all goes down. I'll let you in a little bit of it. One of it is a hot rod, and around me there's not a whole lot of people that does trim work. Now, I've done a couple polish jobs on trim, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really care for it, but I'll do it. Mainly because it's work, and I've turned down a couple of them because trim is tedious. You got to take your time. You got to pay attention. And just, if I could tell you anything about trim, is that you have to take your time. And that is it. So we got some trim job we're going to do, but we're going to try to do more trim work, because I don't see a lot of it on here, to be honest with you. I hear a lot of polishers talking about it like it is a tedious job to do because you got to take your time. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of classic cars and old cars and beautiful hot rods out in this world, and you got to keep them looking good somehow. So I'm going to try to dabble in the trim polishing world a little bit more than I already have, mainly because there's nobody around me that does it, and the guy that got a hold of me said the same thing, and he's seen a video I did on some trim before on here, absolutely loved it, which that is awesome. So yeah, we got some more work, and I want to show you guys what I changed around here in the shop. So I've had a hard time here recently with steer wheels and drop wheels, mainly because of my jig. I would always use this jig, but this jig broke. The tubes on it are made very, very cheap. The stand's actually pretty pricey, but I'm going to put some steel pipes instead of them plastic chintzy ones and some bearings, and we're going to upgrade that stand a lot to where I can go mobile if I want. Then my big stand is what I wanted to change. So at about, 1:30 in the morning, last night, I decided to chop my stand all apart, and I cut the legs off of it. I had legs coming off the Reese hitch around, and I couldn't put a steer wheel or a drop wheel on my jig. So I cut it all apart, and I just directly bolted my stand to the floor. If you remember my video on my jig before, I had legs coming out, and you can go to my previous videos and you can look at my jig and see what it used to look like. And now I have totally improved it, at least I think so, because I can put 4 1/4 on this, big balloon wheels and tires, and rotate them things like no problem, and not have to stop. That's my biggest thing, is having to stop, turn the wheel, start back up. So basically all my jig is, I'm going to go over it real quick. So it's a Reese hitch welded to a piece of square tube. I just got some plates on top of it, capping it off. This was my weight pack before I bolted it to the floor, so I don't necessarily need that on there, but I didn't want to take it off. Little bottle jack from Harbor Freight. And it's sitting on an angle, as you see, coming up. Then I got a piece of plate going down, and a piece of plate going down, kind of like in the shape of a roof. And that keeps it from kicking off the jack. Then piece of square tube coming up. And if you're a welder, you know what this is. This is called a roll-out wheel setup. At least that's what I call it. And then off the roll-out wheel, it is onto a trailer axle hub that's coming out of a shaft. And it's welded onto that. And then it's bolted to my lathe chuck. That's all my stand is. It's stupid simple to build one of these stands. At least it was for me. So if you had a reese hitch, a bottle jack, some steel, a trailer axle hub, and a lade chuck, you don't really need the rollout wheel setup. But this is one of those things that when I did ironwork, that's all I wanted one. So I got one, and I went from there off of a rollout wheel setup. That's a little pricier to do it this way, but it's what I wanted to do, and I did it. I made my chuck where if I wanted to take that out, I can put that in a reese hitch in my pickup, and I can do the same thing. I can set up wheels and polish them on the back of my pickup if I wanted to, but I don't normally do that. So I made it a permanent fixture in my shop. And I like it because I can walk, I got more maneuverability around here. I can walk completely around my stand, get to all my products and stuff that I use, and not have to climb and get up on everything to do it. Another thing we got going on, these are the 6 wheels off of my asphalt dump truck. We bought that truck last year, and when we bought the truck, we never really got a chance to clean it up. This year, before the season starts, we're cleaning it up, getting it to look good, putting the floor in the bed, and doing the routine maintenance and stuff like that to it before the season kicks off for sure. We put a new floor in the bed, slid that up in there yesterday, and we're going to start welding on it this week. Then we got these, wanted to hit the wheels and stuff. These wheels ain't too terrible. I've had a lot worse. But we're gonna make them really, really good. Kind of like this one that I've already done. It's a spare wheel, came with the truck, so I figured, what the heck, I'm gonna do it anyways. And we got it looking really, really good. So this wheel I hit with the Renegade satin airway before I started because it had all that tack on it. Got that all off. Now I'm gonna hit it with some 180. 220, 320, 400, 600, and I don't know, I might hit it with some 800, but I'm not real sure because it is just a dump truck. But we're going to make them look way, way, way better than they did. So, and we only got 16 days left until Matt's Mid-America Truck Show, the Super Bowl of truck shows. Yes, it is show season. Show season is among us, so get out your beautiful rides and go cruising down the road. We're going to be looking for them. And if you see me at Matt's Mid-America Truck Show, I'll have my shirts on. They say AM Metal Polish on the back of them. Do not be afraid to holler out and say hey, because I'll be there, and that's what I'm accounting for. So stay tuned for more. I appreciate each and every single one of you. We'll catch you on the next one.